Hello everybody and welcome back. Welcome back to a new series I'm going to call Rob Ruins Everything, and it's where I'm going to take something from popular culture and use my knowledge and life experiences to, well, ruin it. So I know this is a very negative way of looking at things, but hopefully it'll be an entertaining one and that you'll like it and we can do different topics in the future. So because the Grand Tour is going to be doing their final episode this Friday, I thought it'd be interesting for me to ruin all the travel specials of Top Gear and the Grand Tour, because over the years I've noticed the fact that they use a formula, a pretty simple formula, but a formula nonetheless, and it involves 7 steps. And no, before you say anything, I am not trying to be like a Top Gear presenter. No, I'm just being overly dramatic just to try and get my point across and use my eyebrows a lot. So here we go. Point 1, location. Location is important for the Top Gear challenges or for Grand Tour challenges. I'm just going to use them as for the challenges. I'm going to call them that from now on. Why is it important? So what they need to do is they need to pick a country where the vast majority of their audience has never been to before. Why is that important? Very simple. Because if it's a country where none of their audience or very few of their audience has ever been, they can stretch the idea of what goes on in that country to breaking point. What do I mean? So Patagonia, for example. There's a section where they have to drive across the mountains, and they do it by driving across fields and little dirt roads. I'm sorry, but South America has one of the best road networks and motorway networks in the world. It's better than the UK in certain places. So this whole idea of, oh no, the only way to get across this bit was to drive across the mountains, bullshit. Sorry, and they do it in different places as well, and they can extend that idea of, oh, this is far out into the distance, this is somewhere off the beaten track, can be pushed in countries where the vast majority of people don't know what that country is like. It's a very simple idea. Point 2 is the cars. Now, they purposely go out, because it's an entertainment show, they go out and they buy shit cars. I'm sorry for swearing. I will be doing more swearing. They buy shit cars. There is no way that on God's green earth, if you were going to go and do a challenging drive across, I don't know, the Gobi Desert in China, you would not pick a 1995 Mark I Fiat Punto. You wouldn't. You'd pick a, I don't know, a Land Cruiser or an FJ or a Jeep or an original Defender. Hell, even a Ineos Grenadier. You'd pick something capable of doing it. But that's not the point. Because it's entertainment, they pick shit cars, knowingly shit cars. Like, I don't know, Lancia Fulvias, like shitty bloody, what was that thing? The Impreza. How the hell, it wasn't the fact that they got through so many things with the Impreza. For me, the biggest thing for it was the fact that the head gaskets didn't blow. Anyway, they build shit cars. Which kind of moves me on to point 3. And point 3, please excuse the noise around me. Point 3 is another simple one, and that is halfway through the episode of the challenge, they will stop to modify the cars. And that is not just modifying them to make them better, although they say they are making them subjectively worse. And we know we are. It's for entertainment reasons. But as somebody who enjoys cars, it's kind of infuriating the fact that you know they're making them worse. And they're starting to play into it, but it's just, after a while, that part of the formula becomes really irritating, because you know it's coming at some point. It's like, you know they've bought shit cars, you know they're going to a country that nobody knows about, and 3, you know they're going to modify them and make them worse. Which leads me on to point 4. When they're in whatever country it is, there'll be a point where they get lost. When they get lost, they have to drive for miles and miles through the night, through the darkness, through the wilderness, through scary animals. Not once will they need to refuel. Not once will you see them with a jerry can in their hands topping up the fuel. But somehow they do thousands of miles, or they drive through the night on off-road tundra, and suddenly, but this V8 engined BMW 7 Series or whatever it is, somehow, or V8 engine beach buggy, that was the other one, V8 engine beach buggy, you drove around for hours. I'm sorry, a carbureted V8 on sand will drink fuel like it's going out of fashion, but they can drive for hours and hours and nobody ever needs to top up. Which kind of also brings me on to the next one, point 5. We are all alone. Now, there'll be a stage where they're having to camp out underneath the stars because they're miles from anywhere and they've got no other option. And this is where I call bullshit, because they're obviously being filmed by somebody. And there'll be multiple shots, which means multiple cameras. Multiple cameras means multiple sound people. Multiple sound people and cameras means you'll have to have a director or a director of photography there. You'll also probably have somebody to do the catering. You'll have a health and safety rep there. You'll have a medic there just in case. You'll have a local fixer there because you just will. You'll also have a representative of the national park that they're currently driving through all alone. And you'll probably, if they are in the middle of nowhere, have a gamekeeper or somebody who can fire a gun who's there to actually protect them. So you will have all those 3 people, those 3 presenters, all alone in the middle of nowhere, surrounded by a small village of about, I'd say 30 or 40 people. That brings me on to point 5. Point 5 is very simple. It's a bit like point 4, the whole I'm all alone thing. At one stage, one of the cars will break, and you know the rules, and they even say, you know the rules, and 2 of them will piss off into the distance, leaving one of them to try and fix said broken car, because they picked shit cars, and they modified them and made them worse, and unsurprisingly it's broken. So we leave them behind, but miraculously that presenter will come back in the dead of night or in the early morning with their wounded car heroically trudging forwards, when they've managed to, I don't know, change the clutch by the light of a head torch and using nothing more than a Leatherman. It boils me. As somebody who has a shit ton of tools and works on cars, that boils me. I know this is an entertainment program. I know some of you are screaming right now at me, going, oh no, this is entertainment, don't take it too seriously. But after a while, after you see the formula and it keeps on, it will ruin it for you as well. So this is why I'm doing this. This is therapy. This is therapy for me. So yeah. What else? So the last one, I hope I've got the numbering on this right. The last one is no other car. Now, what do I mean by no other car? Well, there'll be a section probably towards the end when everybody's given up hope and the car is on its last legs and the suspension's broken and it's overheating and the clutch is slipping and they have to get over a mountain pass or up a slippery hill, and the presenter will look to the camera and with steely determination and absolute seriousness in their eyes will go, no other car could do this, no other car could make it as up here, just like my plucky, what car could we use, just like my plucky Ford Fiesta, except for the fact that are being filmed coming up this road by a cameraman sat in an air-conditioned Toyota Land Cruiser or Discovery 3 filming him, and the Disco or the Land Cruiser is barely breaking a sweat as this presenter bounces up and down in said Fiesta, struggling to get it up this possibly difficult, probably quite easy hill in the middle of the Peruvian swamp somewhere. I don't know. But yeah, that's the other one. It's the I can't, no other car will make it, when it's pretty obvious. It's insanely obvious, but other cars can make it because you're being filmed from said other car. So we've done make it in a country where nobody knows. We've done use cars you know are shit. Modify said cars which you know are shit. Repair using nothing more than a head torch and a Leatherman. You're all alone. No other car could do this. And doesn't need to refuel. Yeah, there's 7. There are the 7 things. Yes, I have notes here. I wouldn't do this right now. So hopefully that has been mildly entertaining for you, and you too have spotted this formula. Going forwards, I would like to try this on different subjects. So if you have a different subject you'd like me to ruin, using my very, very basic knowledge of life and my past experience of 40 something years on this planet, by all means, write in the comments below what subject you'd like me to attempt next. If you haven't liked this, write it in the comments below. If you think I'm talking horseshit, write it in the comments below. If not, I hope you have enjoyed this, and I will speak to you next time, whether it's a normal challenge or whether it's a Rob Ruins Everything on, I don't know, reality TV. Pretty similar, but you know the idea. So I will see you on the next one. If you have done, like, share, if you have enjoyed this, please like, share, comment, subscribe, and all the usual YouTube faff, and I will see you next time. Bye. Bye.